Okay, there seems to have been some sort of chaos that happened in your life, some sort of big crisis that came about. And it might have involved this woman, the lady. You can see her looking to the future over here. So she might have been somebody who was instrumental in bringing about all these problems that have come to you. And you have been dealing with somebody who is a stranger. Somebody new has entered your arena, but a lot of problems have come in. So you were in a relationship, and you were had a lot of hope for this relationship to progress. And it seems like there has been some kind of something that came in that had caused you to pause. You've got stop, look, and listen. Something came in that caused a bit of disruption over here, and this eventually ended up causing this destruction, maybe of this relationship that you had going. It looks like it has, because you've got the reconciliation. You've been trying to make up with this person and trying to bring them back into your life again, because there might have been a complete breakdown of communication there. And now you're at a point where you have to make a decision about what to do next. So you're reaching a crossroads in your life and deciding how you can, arise from this situation where there's been total destruction. Okay, the energies is the moon. So you are very depressed about whatever happened. You're trying to end that cycle with she's carrying the stick with the moon, the last phase of the moon over here. So she's trying to end that cycle. You are trying to end the cycle. You have intentions of starting something new, because she's drawn this new moon in the sand here, if you can see. Whatever you went through was a very stable relationship that you had that seems to have broken down. And you're very confused. There's a full moon there, very depressed, not seeing anything. Nobody's being very honest with you, and maybe there was a lot of deception within that relationship, and you're really at a point where you don't know what to do. She's got all her belongings with her, so you are trying to move away from that situation. You've taken everything that you can take with you, but you're very confused, very depressed, very upset about the whole situation, and you're trying to decide what to do, but you can't see things clearly at the moment. You're sitting on your knees. It's brought you to your knees. So you are quite depressed about the whole thing and trying to deal with it. And you're not seeing things very clearly. Maybe there are some bits of information that has not come to light yet. You're trying to find the answers as well. So you can see there with the Ten of Swords, it was a really awful situation. You can see the foundations it crumbled. This person's feet is actually disintegrating. So it's really brought you to your knees. It's really destroyed your belief system. It's almost destroyed you in the process. The sword is broken here. So it shows that there's a complete breakdown of communication between you and this other person. And, you feel like you're falling apart. After the situation, you feel like they betrayed you so badly, and you feel like you've fallen apart from whatever's happened. And maybe you and this person, because this is the Lovers card crossing it, so it was a love relationship, obviously, that you've had to deal with, that has completely broken down. You were not compatible, maybe. You came from two different worlds. You all had different visions, different ideas, and it seems like this was the thing that was finally undid the relationship. The fact that you couldn't reconcile your differences. It seems like you took it pretty hard as well, because you're trying to recover from it, but it's something that you can't seem to, you can't reconcile with this person. You can't make that relationship come back, because there's nothing that you'll have in common anymore. So in the past year, you've got the Knave of Wands. You were very focused maybe on this relationship. You all had a lot of communication going on over here. You were working very hard to make it work. And you were really trying your hardest to make sure that everything went your way. You all seem to have, like I said, communicated quite a bit with each other. Maybe you all did text a lot or sent a lot of messages to each other. And you were focused on that. That was the thing that held you enthralled. This Knave of Wands is talking about this communication that went back and forth between the two of you. And you were working very hard to make that relationship work. But it didn't, because you've got the World card over here, and it looks like that cycle came to an end in the last 3 months, and maybe you've had to move home away from that relationship. You've also got the full moon here, so there was a lot of confusion that went on, and your stability was definitely shattered. You had to take your things and move. away from that situation. So it looks like there was a complete breakdown over here, and it seems like there doesn't seem to be any way in which you can reconcile. There seems to be a breakdown of communication here as well. And it's left you really feeling upset and miserable. So what's in your mind? You've got the King of Wands. You're trying to get your power back in your hands. You have intentions. Maybe this person that you were dealing with was a fire sign person. So it could have been a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person. And you've been thinking a lot about this person. They may have been somebody who was very dramatic, very pushy, somebody who, wanted their way. Maybe behaving childishly. Because the king over here is like a child. And usually, the kings are, in the tarot, they're very stiff upper lip, older men. But this is a child. So maybe this person was very childish. They had, their behavior was not very rational. So they were doing things and you couldn't get to grips with it. So they might have be behaving in a way that was not really appropriate for their age, and doing things that were spiteful. That could have been the case. They wanted complete power. You've got the world in this person's hand over here. So they wanted complete power, complete autonomy, and they wanted to get their way. And, they were not behaving in a very grown-up fashion. So going into the future, you've got the Two of Pentacles over here. So you are trying to save whatever you can from the situation. You're trying to, this is also focusing a lot on your money, trying to, maybe you're working very, very hard trying to save this money. You're trying to do a lot of things. You're trying to multitask as well with this particular card, and you are trying to get your focus back on that money. There might be some messages coming in about how to get a second job and rescue the situation. You might have had some financial loss, or you might be dealing with some financial problems as well after this relationship has broken down. You're very, very heartbroken. You've got the Three of Swords over here, and you're feeling very, very lonely. This person is blue. That's how you're feeling, very blue at this particular moment. Very alone, and, it feels like, you're in the sea with, choppy waves around you. So everything seems to be very chaotic around you, and you're crying a lot about the loss of this relationship. And what people see is that, you are trying to recover from it. Maybe you were being very manipulated in this situation. You can see this seat is on little ropes are holding it up. So, it might be that this person who was you were with was being very manipulative in the situation. And maybe they had you in a false sense of security that, they were promising you things and they were not delivering it. And they had you thinking that everything was right, and it wasn't going that way. So they were very manipulative as well. So you've been spending a lot of time thinking about the past with this Six of Cups over here, and thinking about the things that you've lost. You might be romanticizing the past a lot, and you've been trying to focus on those memories, thinking of all those memories, all the good memories that you've had with this person. So going into the future, you've got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Cups. So the Nine of Cups shows, that there could be, this is a wish fulfillment card, and it looks like you will get over this situation. You will have to find the strength within yourself to overcome it, but you will get what you wish for. And it's a big cup, so you will get that emotional fulfillment that you want and that emotional independence that you want. You're going to have to end the cycle of this previous relationship. So maybe a new relationship coming in for you, because that looks like what you're wishing for. But the old relationship that you were in, it seems like you are going your separate ways. You had a lot of problems. You've got this rainbow here, and you all both have got different visions about what you want to do. So you all are walking different paths right now. So it looks like that cycle with the Ten of Cups, it's finished. So this relationship doesn't look like it's going to be, it doesn't seem like you're going to reconcile this, even though this is. Maybe you want to go back to this relationship with this Nine of Cups, but it looks like, this person's turned their back to you, so they may have moved on. And you're going to have to move on as well with this Ten of Cups, because it follows the Nine of Cups. And it looks like if you move on, there is somebody else that comes in with the King of Cups. So it looks like there will be there might be somebody else coming in, but also the King of Cups is actually talking about getting some advice from somebody who is not emotionally attached to the situation. So in order for you to move on from this, you might have to get some professional kind of advice or counseling. You might have to seek out somebody who is who's got your best interests at heart, who can offer you that emotional support in order for you to move on from the situation. Because it seems like this other person has moved on, and you need to maybe get some help in order for you to move on. This could also be that somebody else is bringing in an offer, bringing in something for you that will allow you to get that emotional stability that you want. This could be a new person entering, or this could be that it just be somebody that you rely on, maybe somebody who's a father figure. This could also indicate doctors and, some sort of professional advice that you get in order for you to cope or deal with this breakup that you've been through. It doesn't seem like it's a person, the King of Cups is not generally a suitor. It's not generally somebody that you, who brings in an offer. It is somebody that is a very established, generally an older person to whom you go and ask, take your problems to, and they advise you on what to do. So it seems like once you hit you've got the 10 of Cups over here, this person seems to have turned their back and they may be moving on in a different direction. They're looking a different way. You're looking a different way. And it seems like in order for you to cope with the situation, you're going to have to get some kind of advice, some sort of support. And it's going to be from somebody around you, or maybe something professional coming, where you ask how to deal with the situation. So you looks like you've been through some breakup, and you are moving on. You are trying to deal with this heartbreak. It's still very fresh, but you are trying to deal with it. And it looks like you might need to ask for some advice in order for you to move forward from this, because you seem to be extremely depressed and at a loss at what to do right now. Okay, so I'm just drawing some cards from the Angel Tarot, and the first card is Release. So it says the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So you do have to let go of this situation, and you maybe having this professional input or input from somebody whom you trust will help you move away from the situation, because it is now finished. It doesn't look like there is going to be any reconciliation. There could be, if you wanted it very badly, you could get it. But it seems like maybe it wasn't something that was very, very suited to you. So you do need to move on, and there's something better that will come along. And then there's the Three of Cups, which is a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, the need to have more fun. So you need to get out there. So in order for you to cope with the situation, deal with it, you need to go out with some friends, have some fun, go and let your hair down a little bit. And this will help you get out of that stagnant situation that you are in, so you don't have to keep going back. Maybe the situation maybe that relationship was detrimental to you, and you're not even aware that it is something that could have ended up badly. Maybe this is not such a bad ending. Maybe it seems really bad right now, but maybe you've learned a lot of lessons from it, and you've come out with life skills that you didn't have before. So you've got the King of Air as the last one, which says, speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So with the King of Air and the King of Wands, it's saying that, you do need to get some sort of professional advice. You need to get that support, and you need to have a new intention. And you need to speak your mind and act with confidence. So it looks like if you are having trouble coping with the situation, get somebody to advise you on what to do. It's very important that you get clarity, especially with the King of Air, and you can get it out from a person who is professional. So with the two cards, the King of Water, also advising that you get some sort of professional advice to cope with it. Because you don't want it to get you into stuck in a cycle where you get depressed and can't really deal with the situation. So you need to actually speak to somebody whom you trust, who's not involved in the situation, and get some objective advice on how to deal with it. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and best of luck. Make sure that you are getting some sort of professional advice to get out of feeling down and depressed. And everything happens for a reason, and things time heals wounds, and you will get over it. You will come through with it.